Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the Karaoke Collection from the brand Cuccio for summer 2022. These are releasing May 1st, so in the description box below I will link the Cuccio site and Instagram. I will link the HB Beauty Bar site and Instagram where these will be available. And then I will link my Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from today's video. I do also have a discount code for HB Beauty Bar. I don't think it's an affiliate code. I've never made anything off of my code, but it is there for you to save money if you are interested. That'll be here on the screen as well as in the description. So this Karaoke collection has 8 new polishes, and let's go ahead and get started. So first we have Duet, and this is described as a retro purple cream.
So here is our first coat of Duet. This one does feel a little bit crelly-ish, where it feels a little squishy on the nail, but it is very opaque still. I was able to get full opacity here in 2 coats. I do really appreciate their new rounded brush as well, especially with this collection. I was able to get decently close to my cuticle without doing any kind of flooding. This will dry relatively glossy all on its own. I do still recommend going in with top coat to protect your manicure and to help it lasts a little bit longer, but there are 2 coats of Duet.
Next up we have Karaoke Party, and this one is described as a glowing orchid neon cream.
Here's our first coat of Karaoke Party. This is such a bright, fun shade. It does have a good, easy, workable formula. Again, I was able to get full opacity in 2 coats. If you worked a little bit thinner, you might end up needing 3. I did accidentally go a little bit thicker than intended here. This one is also going to dry nice and glossy all on its own, but again, I do recommend going in for top coat. I didn't experience any staining with anything in this collection. I did only wear it for the swatch, and I did swatch without a base coat. So there are 2 coats of Karaoke Party.
Next up we have Encore, and this is described as a fire red neon cream.
Here's our first coat of Encore. This is so bright, such a fun red. Probably my favorite of the collection. This is one of 2 anyway. This one does cover very well here on this first coat, virtually a 1 coater, but I am going to show you what 2 coats looks like today. I did wear this one for, I don't know, a few days, and I didn't have any kind of staining, but I did use a base coat. This will also dry relatively glossy, and removal will be easy as it's just a cream. So there are 2 coats of Encore.
Up next we have Hit the High Notes, and this one is described as a coral neon cream.
Here's our first coat of Hit the High Notes. This one does have a very summer feel to it, a nice bright kind of salmon-y color. The formula was excellent to work with as well. I got full opacity in 2 coats. This is one that I felt dried down just a little bit darker than when it was wet. You will want top coat to finish this off. It does dry decently glossy all on its own, but it will help protect your manicure and make it last a little longer. So there are 2 coats of Hit the High Notes.
Up next we have Name That Tune, and she is described as a peach neon cream.
Here's our first coat of Name That Tune. This is another standout of the collection for me. I think this is just such a fun summer color. Absolutely gorgeous. I feel like this is also one color that would look stunning across the board on every skin tone. 2 coats did bring me to full opacity, but I do have some pretty intense ridges in my nails going vertically. So it did settle a little bit into those ridges, requiring me to do 3. Had I worn a base coat, I probably wouldn't have had that issue. You do want top coat again just to protect your manicure, but it does dry nice and glossy all on its own. So there are 2 coats of Name That Tune.
Up next we have Girls Night Out, and this is described as an electric lime cream.
Here's our first coat of Girls Night Out. I love it when Cuccio does these kind of soft-spoken, expected polishes and then throws one random what in the world happened here polish, and that is this one for me. I love a neon green. This one in some lightings can kind of pull yellow, and I think it's just beautiful and original. I mean, as original as a neon could be in anyway. I did do 3 coats to get full opacity here. Again, I did have some patchiness due to the ridges in my nails, but I do think 3 coats is decently solid from what you're going to get across the board. So there are 3 coats of Girls Night Out.
Hey, Mario.
Yeah.
Next up we have KJ on the mic, and this is described as a nacho yellow cream.
Here's our first coat of KJ on the mic. This one does have a kind of almost jelly-ish feel to it where it applies nice and evenly, but it is sheer. The formula is good to work with, not too thick or too thin. I didn't have any formulation issues whatsoever. I did do 3 coats to build this one up to full opacity, which I wasn't totally in love with for this color, but it is a good formula to work with and it does dry quickly. Just like everything else, this will dry relatively glossy all on its own. I didn't have any kind of staining. Usually these bright neon oranges do stain the skin around my nails, and I didn't experience that. So there are 3 coats of KJ on the mic.
And lastly for today we have Liquid Courage, and this is described as a white shimmer topper.
And since this one was described as a topper, I decided to use it as a topper, but I think I would have liked it a whole heck of a lot more had I just built it up on its own. It didn't apply super evenly. There were spots that were much thicker, and then I tried to thin it out, but it was drying as I was trying to thin it out. It just wasn't it for me, but there's 1 coat of Liquid Courage.
And guys, that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of these polishes. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.